my daughter came, so everything was
Mm,
kind of
that's
quite busy.
So I've put it on YouTube. You can get started. You'll start with the prayer?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay. Please unmute yourself.
Jai Gurudev. We chant Om 3 times. Breathing in for Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahaihi Tejasvinavati ma Vidvishavahaihi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Jai Gurudev. Is this visible?
Yes.
Yes.
So I start with Sanchita Karma, is it?
Yeah, we actually started karma yesterday. We did a little recap of the Jivan Mukta and the characteristics. So you can actually start with
You
the
said
beginning of
105.
karma, 105. You can start with the beginning of the karma. Karmani katividani chet. One before this, not after.
You let me know. This one, this is Agami.
This is Agami karma.
Karmani.
Yeah, from here you can start. Actually, what we ended with Jivan Mukta was the paragraph said, he's one who, it's not freedom from action, but freedom in action.
Freedom in action, yeah.
And then it started off, what is action? Karmani kati vidhani chet. What is karma?
I won't be able to read this properly. I'll give an attempt.
Okay. I will, should I read it for you?
Yes,
you give it a go, Sumaji.
Okay. Karmani kati vidhani sanchiti santiti chet agami sanchita prarabdha bedhena trividhani shanti
Santi.
santi.
Very good.
Thank you. Karmani, actions. Kati vidhani, how many times? Shanti or Shinti? Sinti. Are.
Santi.
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 Santi. Oh, okay, Santi. Are. Iti chetu. If asked thus. Agami sanchita prarabdha vedane. Agami sanchita prarabdha.
Bhedena.
Vedena. Vedena. Prarabdha. Trividhani. Three kinds. Santi are there. If it is asked how many kinds of karma are there, the reply is there are three kinds of karma. That is Agami, Sanchita and Prarabdha. Now, can we live without actions? Even to keep the body alive, one has to act. Man performs countless actions from birth to death. Each action produces results. The various actions are categorized into three. Depending on the results one gets from them at different periods of time. They are Agami, Sanchita, and Prarabdha. Each one is further elaborated upon. Agami. Jnanotpatyantaram jnanani dehakritam punyapapa rupam karma yadasti तथा गामित्याभिधीयते.
Okay. Jnanotpatyanantaram jnani dehakritam punya papa rupam karma yadasti tad agami ityabhidhiyate.
Beautiful. So
Jnanot.
jnanotpannatam.
This we finished yesterday. You can just go to the meanings.
I'll just read the meaning. Okay. The results of actions, good or bad, performed by the body of the realized soul, jnani, after the dawn of knowledge, is known as agami. So the results of actions, good or bad, performed by the body of the realized soul, the jnani, after the dawn of knowledge is known as agami. What you sow today, you reap tomorrow. The results of what you do today come as agami in the future. The results may come the next instant, after a few years, or in a future life. The results get drawn to the performer of the action. It may appear that one acts while the other enjoys or suffers the results of his own past actions. It may appear that one acts while the other enjoys or suffers the results of his own past actions. Okay. Animals too are identified with the body but perform actions without a sense of doership. They have no choice in action but act according to instincts programmed by nature or God. Man, identified with the body, acts with a sense of doership and has a choice in action. He may do, may not do, or do otherwise. Kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatava kartum shakyam. Sakyam. Shakyam. A wise man, not being identified with his body, has no sense of doership, yet may appear to be performing actions through his body. As far as he is concerned, he is the pure self, free from actions. As you sow, so you reap. The results of actions depend on the intention behind the actions. The results of actions depend on the intention behind the actions. Good intentions result in merit, punya, and bad in demerit, papa. That which results in sorrow, tension, regret, or guilt is papa, while that which gives joy, a feeling of inner fulfillment and self congratulation, is called punya. That which springs from a concern and love for others and is one's own duty is punya. That which springs from selfish motives and is prohibitory is papa. What may appear as papa in one situation may be punya in another time. What may appear as papa in one situation may be punya in another time and place, vice versa. In another time and place, and vice versa. Oh, I didn't know this. One must always be alert and perform only good actions if one wishes to live peacefully. But as far as a wise man is concerned, there is no good or bad actions for him, as he has no sense of doership. So I didn't know this, that what may appear as papa in one situation may be punya in another time and place, and vice versa. Maybe you all had a discussion on this. I missed it. Sanchita karma.
Yeah, I think we gave an example of how wielding the knife, who is behind the
Ah,
knife, makes a difference, right? So if
okay.
it is a person who wants to kill someone, it is Papa, whereas it's a surgeon who's behind the knife, saving the life of a person. The action may be using the knife, cutting the
So it is
body,
the
cutting,
intention.
but
So
the
intention.
intention behind is what makes the action either Papa or Punya.
Okay, thank you. Sanchita karma. Sanchitam karma kim. Okay, I'll just read the meaning.
No, I'll chant it for you. No problem.
Okay.
Sanchitam karma kim, because these are what we are actually learning to remember by heart, to by heart them, so that we remember them as definitions. So today, towards the end, like by 15 minutes, 10 minutes before closure, we will do some revision of the questions of Tattva Bodh, and then we can end. Because um, you've not been there, so I'm just letting you know. That's what we've been doing.
Sure.
Sanchitam karma kim anantakoti janmanam बीजभूतं सत् यत् कर्म जातं पूर्वार्जितं तिष्ठति तत् संचितं ज्ञेयम्. Sanchita karma, kim what anantakoti janmanam, of endless births, bija bhutam, in the seed form, sat, being, yat, which, karma jatam, results of action, purvarjitam, gained from the past, tishtati, remains, tat, that, sanchitam, sanchita jneyam, should be known.
The results of actions performed in all previous births, which are in seed form to give rise to endless crores of births in future, is called sanchita, accumulated karma. The word sanchita comes from the verbal root chi, which means to collect. Sanchita, that which is well collected. The jiva from beginningless time has taken innumerable births in various bodies. He exhausts his stock of karmas, but does not create any new karmas. But but in the human birth, he not only exhausts but also creates new karmas. These actions done in the present which are accumulated in our account that are to be enjoyed in future births are called sanchita karma. Each one of us already has a very good capital of karma, and we are constantly adding to it. This capital is enough to give us endless births in various bodies. If man learns the right knack of performing actions, he would be able to exhaust his karmas without creating new ones for future enjoyment. Even if he collects karmas, he should be careful to collect only such that would give him happiness in the future and lead him higher. Prarabdha karma.
Please read it again, no? Sanchita.
The word sanchita comes from the verbal root chi, which means to collect sanchita, that which is well collected. The jiva from beginningless time has taken innumerable births in various bodies. He exhausts his stock of karmas, but does not create any new karmas. But in the human birth, he not only exhausts but also creates new karmas. These actions done in the present, which are accumulated in our account, that are to be enjoyed in future births, are called sanchita karma. Each one of us already has a very good capital of karma, and we are constantly adding to it. Thus, this capital is enough to give us endless births in various bodies. If man learns the right knack of performing actions, he would be able to exhaust his karmas without creating new ones for future enjoyment. Even if he collects karma, he should be careful to collect only such that would give him happiness in the future and lead him higher.
So there are a few points here. Number one, it is only the human life that you can actually accrue more karma. Otherwise, all the other non-human life births and births that we have taken, we are only exhausting the sanchita karma. Like if you've taken an animal janma or so, we are just exhausting the sanchita. Whereas only in the human life, not only are you exhausting sanchita, you're also gaining. You're also adding to it. But if he learns the right knack of performing actions, which is what? Nishkama karma. When you perform actions without doership, therefore you don't have the bhoktritva, you don't have the enjoyership as well, or sufferership, either which way. So he will exhaust his karmas, but he will not accrue new karmas. Just like how a Jivan Mukta is. He does actions with a sense of non-doership. And even if he collects karmas, he should be careful to collect only such karmas that would give happiness. So only punya janitam karmas. That is why the previous paragraph it is mentioned, the previous segment, we will have to live life with alertness. Do only actions that are good. It is not because we are attached to punya, but because that is the only way to cleanse our body, cleanse our mind.
In last, what we read, what he said about the punya and papa definition. Can you repeat that only definition, Brahmaraji?
Let's recollect, Sarlaji.
Okay.
From what we learned, let's just recollect. What was punya karma that will give rise to punya?
Means where
That
we
which
will.
has a good intention. Yeah. That which is
Correct.
meant for the good for others, for the love for others. That which
Mm.
will leave you without feeling
Guilt
hurt,
and everything.
guilty.
Hmm.
That's something that will give you, will lead you to self-congratulation. You feel fulfilled, happy within. That is punya kritam.
Punya.
That
Okay,
will
then.
generate punya. Whereas all the others that are selfish motives, which
Motives.
your motives are selfish. And then you have, your intention is not right. Intention is to harm, is to hurt. Those that lead you feeling angry, frustrated, guilty,
That is not.
all those that lead you to the negative spiral are all papa janitam.
So all these karmas are called agami karma. No?
Correct. That is agami.
Agami.
But ultimately what happens is agami gets fed into the sanchita. It adds to the agami is what? It is the impressions that are yet to appear, yet to come, yet to result. Some action you've already done, and that action has a result. That result may be immediate, may come after a few years, or it may come after several lifetimes.
Sanchita karma is the arrows in the quiver.
Already.
And
correct.
yeah, which are there on your back.
Because
agami karma is the
It from
prarabdha
Janma
karma.
Janma, na? Sanchita is from past lives only. Means many are the, yeah.
Yeah. And agami karma is done by the arrow that is now released. It will go create some result. That becomes your agami karma, which, as Dr. Brahmara said, will feed into this sanchita quiver. Isn't it?
correct. But the agami for a jnani, for a jivan mukta, it would not affect him. So to say, he does actions. He continues to do actions in the world as long as he's living. So those actions which generate punya, that will come later.
It is somewhere Gurudev said, no, or somewhere we read that the agami karma of a jivan mukta, the punyas will go to the devotees who are doing good work, and
Correct.
the papas will go to those who
Those that humiliate.
Those who humiliate the guru. Correct.
So therefore, for a jnani, he is devoid of any karma. He does not accrue any karma to his balance. There is no sanchita for him. There is so-called agami, but that does not affect him because he has freedom in action. He is not bound by karma, and therefore he is free from the cycle of birth and death, free from samsara. Whereas because we are stuck with that doership. I am doing it. So that doership leads to either enjoyership or sufferership. Bhoktritva can be either good or bad. That is why we are told time and again, be a karma yogi, where you drop your likes and dislikes, ragadveshas, and then you live life with that equanimity and take everything as tapas. Like shitoshna sukha dukkhadi sahishnutvam. That is the knack that they're talking about here. If man learns the right knack of performing actions, he would be able to exhaust his karmas without creating new ones. So in essence, this is living life as a karma yogi. And even if he collects, he should be careful to collect good ones, that which give him happiness in the future and lead him higher. Why? Because remember
Karma
in the
yogi or jnani, because he knows how
karma yogi.
Karma.
Jnani is not affected only anyways. Jnani has nothing to do with karma. But a mumukshu who is still not attained jnana, he has to perform and he has to have the right knack.
Correct.
And be alert. Know what dharma adharma is. Do dharmic actions. And not just do dharmic actions. Do it with that sense of, with an attitude of a karma yogi. Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada buddhi. Whatever you get, good or bad, the result, if you're able to take it as prasada, without letting that prasannata in our mind get disturbed. That itself is taking away the karma. No, you're doing an action, but you're not affected by the result. You're not either extremely elated, neither are you dejected. Yeah, you can go ahead, Sumaji.
Prarabdha karma. Prarabdham karma kimiti.
Shall I read it for you? Prarabdha karma kimiti chet idam shariram utpadya ihaloke eva sukha pradam yat karma tat prarabdham bhogena nashtam bhavati prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshaya iti. So prarabdham karma kim, what, iti chet, asked us, idam thus, shariram utpadya. What is that?
Having created.
Body having created this loke world, eva alone, sukha dukkhadi pradam, gives joy, sorrow, etc. Yet which karma actions, tat that, prarabdham as prarabdha, bhogena by enjoying, nashtam destroyed, bhavati becomes, prarabdha karmanam of prarabdha karma, bhogat through enjoyment, eva alone, kshaya exhaustion, iti thus.
Having given birth to this body, the actions which give result in this very world in the form of happiness or misery, and which can be destroyed only by enjoying or suffering them, is called prarabdha karma. Pra plus arabdha, prarabdha, that which has started well is prarabdha. From the total capital of karmas, Sanchita, those actions which have fructified to give us the present birth and the experiences. Oh, wow, this is so important. Those actions which have fructified to give us this present birth and the experiences in it are prarabdha karma. Prarabdha decides the time and place of our birth, the environment in which we live, our lifespan, etc. It is commonly called fate, destiny, or luck. One should not understand prarabdha with a negative connotation as maybe God decided my fate, now I am helpless. I will have to go through it. There is no use in doing anything. Everything is decided. We can't change anything. In fact, by understanding that what I get now is because of what I have done in the past, I stop blaming one and all for it and take full responsibility for my life and experiences. Understanding that I deserve what I get. So this is another key point, taking full responsibility for my life and experiences. Understanding that I deserve what I get, I strive to deserve better. I may have no choice in what I get, but I do have a choice in the attitude with which I receive it and what I do with what I get. Pujya Swami Chinmayananda ji said, "What I get is his gift to me. What I do with what I get, is my gift to him." A growing fruit reaches its full maturity and then disintegrates. An arrow that has been shot from the bow reaches its target to exhaust its momentum. It cannot be withdrawn halfway. Similarly, those actions which have started fructifying can be exhausted only by giving their results. One has to go through the results of one's actions, whether one likes it or not. These results come to us as conducive or unconducive situations. A wise man too has taken birth in this body due to prarabdha. Even after attaining knowledge, the prarabdha of the body continues. We therefore see that even a wise man may get cancer or a heart attack. As far as he is concerned, he remains the non-doer, non-enjoyer. But from the standpoint of the ignorant, he too is seen to undergo various conducive and non-conducive situations. The body of the ignorant, as well as that of the wise man, finally gets destroyed. You want any discussion on this?
You can maybe repeat the whole prarabdha one more time.
Please repeat.
So pra plus arabdha. So prarabdha. That which has started well is prarabdha. From the total capital of karma, sanchita. So I remember Nanaji saying this, that we have this total capital sanchita, that when we take birth in this lifetime, in this body, we come with a few of those, we come with a handful or a bag full of those sanchita karma, he said. And here he says, these things that we grab are the ones that are ready, they are ripe for us to exhaust that experiences, good or bad, conducive or non-conducive. So therefore we are born in this body, in this situation, with this lifespan. Very nice. So from the total capital of karma, sanchita, those actions which have fructified to give us the present birth and the experiences in it are prarabdha karma. This is clear now? So we have a bank balance, karma balance, bank balance. From that, those which have reached maturity, like the FD, which has reached the maturity, that will give us this prarabdha karma. So it will give us this present birth. So beautiful. So prarabdha decides the time and place of our birth, the environment in which we live, our lifespan, etc. So that is why we choose our parents. So to exhaust this prarabdha karma. Wow, so nice, so nice. So we cannot blame anybody or any situation. It is commonly called fate, destiny, or luck. One should not understand prarabdha with a negative connotations as maybe God decided my fate, now I am helpless, I will have to go through it. There is no use in doing anything. Everything is decided. We can't change anything. In fact, by understanding that what I get now is because of what I have done in the past, I stop blaming one and all for it and take full responsibility. So nice. Take full responsibility for my life and experiences. Understanding that I deserve what I get, I strive to deserve better. I may have no choice in what I get, but I have to have a choice in the attitude. So I'll read this. This is so important. I may have no choice in what I get, but I do have a choice in the attitude with which I receive it. So the attitude with which I receive it and in what I do with it, with what I get, and what I do with what I get. Pujya Swamiji Chinmayanandaji said, what I get is his gift to me. What I do with what I get is my gift to him. Wow.
So this is the attitude, no? That means
Yeah.
how we will suffer or enjoy that. That attitude also matters.
Attitude, at the same time, action also, full responsibility. Just attitude is not enough. Action is also needed.
And
Taking
there is
full,
no choice. We have to go through it.
yeah, taking full responsibility for my life and experiences. Hmm. A growing fruit reaches its full maturity and then disintegrates. An arrow that has been shot from the bow reaches its target to exhaust its momentum. It cannot be withdrawn halfway. Similarly, those actions which have started fructifying can be exhausted only by giving their results. One has to go through the results of one's actions, whether one likes it or not. These results come to us as conducive or unconducive situations. A wise man too has taken birth in this body due to prarabdha. Even after attaining knowledge, the prarabdha of the body continues. We therefore see that even a wise man may get cancer or a heart attack. As far as he is concerned, he remains the non-doer and non-enjoyer. But from the standpoint of the ignorant, he too is seen to undergo various conducive and non-conducive situations. The body of the ignorant as well as that of the wise man finally get destroyed. So what I gather from this is our intention with whatever karma we are going through, receiving it with that prasada buddhi. And what I do with what I get is what I give him, my offering. So taking full responsibility for my life and my experiences. Of course, it will depend on the level of knowledge I have and the sattva, rajas, tamas, all that. And then dropping the doership. All this will help us to break this karmic pattern and move higher. And prarabdha we have to experience because the arrow has already left the bow. So till it empties its momentum, we have to go through that. So that is why this moment is a gift for us to exhaust the prarabdha. Every
And this is
moment,
true for Jnani also. Means he has to go through that prarabdha karmas also.
yeah, but he
Even
goes
after
through
enlightenment.
without doership.
Hmm.
So we have to be aware of that. That
That's
this
why that
moment,
sentence, the gift, and how we give the gift to him. It's a
yeah,
gift from him, and how we s- go through it
receive
is
it.
the gift to him.
Yeah, we receive it and return it. Return gift.
And if not with that, if the attitude is different, then again we will Sanchit karma will get created there.
Of
As
course.
karmas will be added.
Mm. Not Sanchit. Agami will be created, and that will add to your
Yeah,
Sanchita
sorry.
karma.
Mm.
And when that is ready and ripe, we'll get it in the prarabdha. That's why Krishna has a gahano karmana gati. So difficult to understand the karma. We don't
So
know when
it
will
is like Sanchita is like a tank of water that is full. Imagine, and then we are taking, say, a bucket full of water, that is prarabdha, and we take a human life, and then human life or any life, doesn't matter which life. So this whole bucket of water, once it is exhausted, that's it. You will not live another second more. Once your bucket of water is done. Now, during this life bucket of water, this we have this choice of either keeping the tap open to fill Sanchita or not. Closing the tap, keeping it closed, is you're not accruing agami. Agami karma anyway accrues. But whether that tap fills this tank that is already there, a tank of Sanchita, will depend on how you're living your life. If you're living your life with awareness, with this attitude of a karma yogi, then that tap will not open into the tank. So that Sanchita tank will not get filled up. It will slowly start getting exhausted with every prarabdha there is, every life that you're taking birth. Whereas this agami anyway happens, either for a ajnani or a jnani. But that will not the agami of a jnani will not fill up his sanchita. And then one very important thing is we create our own destiny. We create the blueprint. Nobody else is responsible. We cannot blame God. Why did you give me this? Or why are there children born in Ethiopia, and why are people living a lavish life? It is their own blueprint. So actually, in the perspective of what we've learned till now in Tattva Bodh, when we look at the whole creation of the universe, there is only the truth, number one, Brahman. From there emerged Maya, has all the three gunas. And then from there, different aspects of our existence start, from sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. And having been born, we desire, because we are covered by that tamas, the jiva is covered by avidya, which is tamasic. We do not know our true nature. Therefore, our natural tendency is to go towards our true nature. That is why we desire happiness, we desire immortality. And when we desire, we act. And every action has a result that is accrued. So there is karma, there is karma, and there is, of course, starting is avidya. Avidya, karma, and karma. This is the three knots, the granthis that bind us. So, actually speaking, all of this karma, all this action, whatever we're talking about, is nothing but an illusion. But having said that, you cannot say, oh, it's an illusory world, so I will not do anything. You would have to do your action and do right action at the right time. Why? In order to get out of this cycle. Slash that avidya. Because it's only through the sword of knowledge that you can, you know, set yourself free from this bondage of desire, action, and of avidya, desire, and action.
Only because of the Deha Buddhi, again, this all things are happening.
Correct. And this Deha Buddhi is stuck with us like skin is stuck to our body from so many lifetimes. So one thing is to get this intellectual understanding that I am not the body, but that alone is not enough, because that is only a paroksha jnana. It is indirect knowledge. Unless you have the aparokshanubhuti, you are not going to get rid yourself of the bondage. But how do we do that? So we go the other route, whereas to cleanse the mind and expose ourselves to this knowledge through the Guru. Guru Upadeshena. Then, as we keep cleansing the mind little by little, the words of the Guru will ultimately result in that immediate knowledge as we keep contemplating. It's funny how there may be so many questions that come to us. Why did God create the world? Why at all? To put us through all of this to get back to our true nature? So we might keep getting these questions, but we just have to smile at them. Because the fact remains that we are here. And the fact remains that we feel small, we feel bound, we suffer, we go through pain. And we want to get rid of this pain. And how is it? Vedanta is showing us the way.
Should I continue or we stop for now?
Yeah, you can continue maybe for another. This is freedom from bondage of actions.
Okay. So freedom.
Okay. We have 10 minutes left, no?
Freedom from the bondage of actions.
Sanchitam karma brahmaivahamiti nischayatmaka jnanena nashyati. Sanchitam karma Brahma eva aham. I am Brahman alone. Iti thus nischayatmaka jnanena, by the firm knowledge, nashyati is destroyed.
Sanchita karma is destroyed by the firm knowledge I am Brahman alone. A man commits many crimes and is wanted by the law for them. There are many criminal cases pending against him in the courts. But when he dies, the entire file is closed. The one who committed those crimes is no more available to be punished. Similarly, the jiva is the finite entity which identifies with the body, owns all its actions, and collects them to be enjoyed in the present and future births. Thus, this feeling of finitude is born with the ignorance of one's true nature. On gaining the knowledge, I am the infinite consciousness, the false notion that I am the finite, changing, suffering entity is destroyed. There remains no individuality that owns actions or identifies with the body to enjoy or suffer them. Therefore, the entire capital of actions becomes null and void. It cannot give results. It is compared to roasted seeds. Once roasted, they can no longer sprout. The gross body of the ignorant and that of the wise at death. I don't know that.
Disintegrate, I think it should be.
Disintegrate or merge with the, disintegrate.
Disintegrate to merge with the 5 gross elements.
The gross body of the ignorant and that of the wise at death disintegrate to merge with the five gross elements here itself. The subtle body of the ignorant man, propelled by the casual body or the
causal body.
Sorry. The subtle body of the ignorant man, propelled by the causal body or the force of previous actions, leaves the gross body to take up a new body according to the results of actions that have fructified. The subtle body of the wise man merges with its five subtle constituents as there is no propelling force to give it direction or hold it together. The causal body, the cause of the gross and subtle bodies of the wise man, is destroyed by the knowledge of the self. There is no more birth for him. Space appears conditioned by a pot. Once the pot breaks, once the pot breaks, the pot space merges with the total space. There is no actual merging. Space is always one and all pervading even when the pot existed. It's very clear, no? So at the time of death, the subtle body with all its impressions is propelled by the causal body and it will take a new birth according to whatever karma is ready to be fructified. According to the
Here it
results
is
of
said the subtle body of the ignorant man.
Yeah. Wise man anyway has no birth. It's the ignorant that will come back again and again.
See, the causal body is destroyed by the knowledge of the jnani. And what is Karana Shariram? I think we'll stop here today, Sumaji.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do manana on this aspect and then go to questions of Tattva bodha.
Okay. So we will read this again tomorrow. Then.
Yeah, we'll read this again tomorrow. So
Read
what
the
is,
book of bondage.
so causal, the subtle, the gross body of both the ignorant jnani and ajnani merges with the five gross elements. Whereas the subtle body of the ajnani propelled by the causal body, because he's still ajnani, right? So he does still hold on to that causal body. The causal body is still there. And plus all the karma that is there, that he has accrued, he will wait for an appropriate time to take birth again. Again, with a little bit of prarabdha, he comes back into life. And this cycle will continue for him until when? Until he realizes aham brahmeti nischaya jnanena, till he is firmly rooted in that knowledge that I am Brahman. Whereas what does happen to the body of a wise man? His subtle body merges with the gross elements, but his causal body is no longer there. Causal body is the reason for the gross and the subtle bodies. So since the causal body is destroyed by knowledge, the subtle body also just merges into the subtle elements. And the seed of Sanchita, the karma itself, is like, it is like a roasted seed, and a roasted seed will not sprout. So there's no more Sanchita for him. Bank balance is closed. That tank is evaporated. That water evaporates from that tank.
Jai Gurudev, did you say the causal body merges with the gross body, is it?
No. The causal body is destroyed by knowledge.
Okay.
The subtle body of this wise man, gross body anyway disintegrates into and joins the gross elements. The subtle body of the wise man, it merges with the subtle constituents. Or we learned, no, what happens? What is the, from sattvic aspect of Akasha, the ear is formed, the sense organ of hearing. So all of that. So that merges. So he therefore is free from the cycle of life and death, birth and death. So beautifully derived, all of this.
And the Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira is only because of the causal body. So the causal Sharira will come in the next birth, or the subtle body come.
Yeah, the causal body will hold the subtle body till such time you have an appropriate time to take birth.
Or the ignorant person, no?
Or the ignorant person. So that is why we have to value this life. It is only in a human birth that you can attain moksha. We are so grateful, fortunate that not only do we have a human birth, we also are associated with the Guru and on this path. So it should be like that, tivrata should be there, as in it is that moksho me bhuyat iti. Again, sadhaks of, there are three kinds, no? Mridu, madhyama and tivra. So it is tivra samveganam asanna is what Patanjali says. So it is those that have this intensity. It depends on how intense your desire for moksha is. That will propel us to be alert and aware, for us to perform right actions and live truly like a karma yogi. Otherwise, it will be sometimes we remember, oh, we have to do this. But when we have that intensity, that knowledge will guide us to do the right things. Again, it is not out of feverishness, but it is just the intensity, that dedication and sincerity with how we live this knowledge.
Like the drowning man in the ocean.
Yes. So, having come to the questions, I think we will dwell on the different shariras today. Sadhana Chatushtayam, I think we've done, no? You want to repeat that one more time? Sadhana Chatushtayam kim?
Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha.
Very good.
And Viragaha.
Iha mutrartha phalabhoga viragaha.
Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti.
Very good.
And Mumukshatvam.
Excellent. So, this is the Tattva bodha definition. We'll go by, like good students, will go by the definitions given in the book. Excellent. So, Vivekaha kaha?
Nitya Vastu एक ब्रह्मम अतिरिक्त
तद व्यतिरिक्तम सर्वम अनित्यम. So nitya vastu ekam brahma tad व्यतिरिक्तम सर्वम अनित्यम. Ayameva etat vivekaha. Then viragaha kaha?
स्वर्ग भोगेषु सर्व भोगेषु इच्छा रहित.
इह स्वर्ग भोगेषु इच्छा राहित्यम. इह स्वर्ग भोगेषु इच्छा राहित्यम. And Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi ka?
Mano Nigraha.
Shamodama. Let's get all of them in one verse, one line. Yeah.
Shama Dama Uparama. Titiksha Shraddha
Shraddha Samadhana.
Samadhana Mumuksha.
Iti. No, mumukshutvam is not samadhi sampatti. Yeah, shamodama uparama titiksha shraddha samadhanam cheti. Right? Ja iti is cheti. Shamah kaha?
Manonigraha.
Very good. Damah kaha?
Bahyendriya nigraha.
Chakshuradi bahyendriya nigraha. And Chakshuradi means the sense organs with the eyes, etc. Chakshuradi, Bahyendriya, the sense organs. Yeah.
Eyes and is it?
Yeah. Chakshu Adi. Adi is etc. So the sense organs beginning with the eyes, Bahyendriya, all the external sense organs, Nigraha is Dhamma. Tap Shamo Dhamma. Uparamah Kaha?
Swadharma, sadhana, nishta.
Swadharmanushtanameva.
Anushtanameva.
Swadharmanushtanameva. Then Titiksha ka?
Hitoshna,
Shitoshna sukha dukkhadi sahishnutvam. Shraddha kidrishi?
Guru Vedanta, Guru
Vedanta Vakya. Shraddha.
Vishwasaha Shraddha. Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasaha Shraddha. Samadhanam kim?
Single Ekagrata.
Chittaikagrata.
Chittaikagrata.
Actually, these are all samadhi, so they've joined them together. So chitta ekagrata. It becomes chittaikagrata.
Chittaikagrata.
Yeah. And now that we are doing the Stula, Sukshma and Karana Shariras, Stula Shariram kim?
Panchikrita Panchamagabhuta.
Very good.
Satkarmajanyam.
Correct. Sukha dukkhadi. Bhogayatanam.
Sukha dukkhadi bhogayatanam. Pancha jnanendriya. Pancha karmendriya.
No, it is asti, vardhate, jayate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati iti षड्विकारावत् etat stula shariram.
Oh, gross body.
Gross body.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Right? So, sukshma shariram kim?
Apanchikrita Panchamahabhuta, right?
Very good.
Panchamahabhuta Kritam Satkarmajanyam. Here
Sukha
only
dukkhadi.
Sukha dukkhadi
Bhoga sadhanam. Here you have pancha
jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, pancha
pranadaya.
Yeah. Pranadaya. Mana. Sukshma Shariram is Mana Buddhi is included.
Manaschaikam buddhischaika evam sapta dasha kalabhihi etat sukshma shariram. Right? And karana shariram kim?
Anidvachya Nadi Avidya Rupam.
Very good.
Anidvachya Nadi Avidya Rupam
It's not satkarma janyam. It is.
Not
it is
janyam,
sharira dvayasya.
Sharira dvayasya
karanam
matram. Sat avidya rupam.
Saswarupa ajnanam.
सत्वरूप ज्ञानम निर्विकल्प
निर्विकल्पक
रूपम
रूपम
निर्विकल्पक रूपम sorry, this is why I couldn't read yesterday. I was having a lot of cough.
Etat karana sharira. Right? So let's revise
Tat
the
Swarup Jnanam, no? It's or
saswarupa ajnanam.
Ajnanam.
It's of the nature of ignorance. It doesn't know its true nature.
Jai Gurudev, where can I find this? It's in that meaning of Tattva Bodha?
Yeah. It was emailed to everyone. Just check your
Yeah,
email.
okay.
There is this
I'll,
text which has just the shlokas and the meanings.
okay, thank
So
you.
we read them all about 5-6 times, the whole of Tattva Bodh. And then we are revising the questions till we get them by heart, the definitions.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's revise the definitions of Stula, Sukshma and Karana Shariras. So when we have a doubt, see, all this will come in handy when we're contemplating. So when we have these definitions firmly established and we are clear about them, that will help us in bringing in clarity in our understanding and understanding what the Shastra actually wants to convey. That Shastra Kripa will start happening. So therefore, these Prakarana Granthas, the Tattva Bodh, Atma Bodh, it's very good to learn and be thorough with them. Yeah, I think we can close here today.
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Meditation is accepting this moment, living every moment totally with depth. Let us keep our spine erect and body relaxed and eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Keep a big smile on your face. You're sitting like the statue of Buddha, very serene and with a serene smile on your face. Relax your body. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your chest region, throat and chest region. If you notice some tension in the body, just let it be. Except those parts of the body where you feel a tension. The other parts are in comfort. Other parts are at peace. Become aware of that also. There are many good things about you and inside of you. Acknowledge them. They will never leave you. And the negative aspect you may see in you is never going to stay with you forever. They are all guests for some time. Let them be. Sit with the total acceptance of yourself the way you are at this very moment. Total acceptance of what is now here. Lead lead us to deeper meditation. Let go of all the effort. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let go of all your effort and be in this emptiness. Then slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings, and you may gently open.